Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. And before we take a look at the markets, though, I wanted to let you know that there's a special offer here from Axie Trader. If you join Axie through us, you get London Open, EA, and 3 months of trade setups through ECS Live, of course. So check out the special offer. I'll add the link down below in the description box. All right, this is the euro dollar, and the price did bounce at the support fibs that we had on this chart from here to here. Around the 38.2 fib at 111, and price stayed above 111. So that basically confirming a potential continuation of this uptrend. Of course, clearly here, price above the 21 EMA, recently making this bull flag pattern, as you can see. Now, price not only bounced at 38.2 fib, but it's trying to break above the bull flag. But I'm not, although the analysis is working out as we thought, I'm not 100% sure about this breakout as yet. There's a lot of selling pressure at this moment, so I would rather wait for this 4-hour candle to close. If there's a big wick on top of this candle, then the breakout looks like a false break, and maybe price will not be able to push higher and to the minus 272 target and minus 61.8 target. So waiting for that 4-hour world candle, basically. Yesterday was doji, but some buying pressure at the weekly pivot point and 38.2 fib stepped in. So the question is, can we get a follow-through and continuation? Because price on the daily chart is certainly at a tough spot. It is at the 144 EMA, and that is typical kind of a dangerous spot for the euro dollar, specifically in general, actually all pairs, but specifically euro dollar on this daily chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bounces there. This could be bounce number 8 perhaps. So that's a very strong resistance zone. That said, we haven't seen such a bullish momentum in a very long time. If we take a look at the weekly chart, let's do that right now. There we go. We can see 3 bullish candles in a row, and we haven't had that in a very long time. I mean, euro dollar, I don't even see the last time it was 3. It was all the way back 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, sorry. So that was a long time ago. So this could indicate finally that a larger bullish correction might start. Price was choppy here. It was in a downtrend here. But these 3 candles in a row could indicate an upside. So we already had a break of last week's high. Question is, will we get more or will price retrace deeper? If it does retrace deeper, I will expect price to bounce at the support zone. So I'll put a fib from here to here. What I'll be looking for is price to bounce at 110 or 109.40 at the 61 or 78.6 fib if it does retrace deeper. All right, and those levels, though, could be good bouncing spots for an uptrend continuation up to these targets on the weekly. All right, let's move down again to the daily and 4 hours. So the question is, will we get that breakout? We had to bounce at the 23. Sorry, I actually used this fib. We had to bounce at the 38.2 fib, but will we get the follow through? If we do, as I said, the minus 272, 112.25, and minus 61.8 target, 113 are the levels to think about, 112.52, of course. If it fails here, then, and it starts to break through the 21 EMA, then there could be a bigger correction down to 110.50, and perhaps even 110.50 first of all, and then maybe some flag, and then a continuation lower down to 110, which in turn should be a bouncing spot. That downside could be then an A, B, C pattern to complete a wave B, and this could be a wave A or 1, a B or 2, and up it goes for 3 or C. Okay, so that's kind of the idea at the moment. If there is a good breakout candle on the 4-hour chart today, then good chance of a continuation higher. In that case, I would look at the 1-hour chart, and basically, if we get a good candle close, then I would be willing to trade it right in this zone, in fact, anywhere here. It depends on where it closes, the 4-hour candle, or wait for some retracement or flag on a 15-minute world. And I would indeed be looking for a continuation higher, all right? Because at this moment, in that case, the bulls are in control. The 21 EMA is above the 144, price is above the 21. And if it stays above that, we have green fractals. So if it stays above that long enough, there should be a follow through. All right, so waiting for more info, whether we get the breakout or not. Pound dollar, basically triple top or maybe a head and shoulders, broke through the trend line, then made a little bit of bounce as it tried to break through the 20 EMA. That is typical, as I explained in my SWAT course. But now it is testing the 21 EMA high. So let's see which side of the 21 EMA it is able to break. Can it break above it, or will it break below it? Now, if it breaks below 128, this fractal here, good chance for a continuation lower towards 125. If it breaks through 130, then a good chance of a continuation higher up to 132.50. So waiting really for a break of this zone. Also important is this trend line, obviously, here at 129.50. Also important 127.50 round level down in here. So what could happen is that we get a break like this, a bounce at 127.50, a flag, and then a continuation down to 125. So with the pound specifically, I think it's not as clear as the euro dollar at this moment. I really enjoyed trading the pound dollar for a long time. This was a great ABC zigzag, as we discussed live in these videos. Now price is really at a hard spot. It's difficult to break 130. A lot of Brexit uncertainty, price is could it be reversing? Maybe, but it's too early to tell at this point, I think. So I'm waiting for more info, really. There was some good bounce here at 128, but now price is rejecting. So if there are bearish engulfing twins at the top of the hour like that, that could certainly indicate more downside, at least to retest the 144 EMA. That could be, again, a bounce or break spot. So we'll have to see. On the 4-hour chart would be also very interesting to see what kind of candle this is, the current 4-hour candle, right? A big wick like that with a candle near the low, bearish candle, could also indicate more downside and some selling pressure to at least retest the bottom and the support. And if it breaks that, then maybe down to 127.50. All right, so nothing much to add at this moment. Also, of course, this weekly candle would be interesting to take a look at how that finishes. If it's bearish, of course, that could also indicate some more downside pressure next week. Or if it's a doji, that could be indecision. All right, so for the moment, leaning towards a bounce, but certainly it could bounce here too. And if it breaks to the upside above 129.50, 129.85, 130, then I would be looking for strong bullish candlestick patterns on the 4-hour chart, bullish candles that can push through these resistance levels on the 4-hour and daily chart, and looking for some flags on lower time frames and then continuation higher. So that's the breakout to the upside. Whereas same thing for breakout to the downside. If it pushes through this level, flag and continuation lower. For the moment, unless it breaks, all of these levels could be bounce spots, and it could stay in a range as well, by the way. All right, if you're interested in more about my SWAT method, definitely check out this link. A lot of stuff is coming up. Automated trading systems, SWAT book, new SWAT course, new SWAT indicators, new SWAT strategies, all that coming up in the next week. So join now and be prepared for that. Wish you all good trading and see you in the next video. Cheers.